$31 million in broadband grants announced in North Carolina. California opens its BEAD application window. West Virginia granted a 90-day extension for submitting its BEAD final proposal. Kuiper closer to entering the low Earth orbit satellite broadband space race, and it could soon become even more competitive. Spin Launch, the latest LEO project, with plans to fill the skies with broadband satellites. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. California now accepting pre-qualification and application submissions for BEAD. The application window will run through April 23rd, with submission of a final proposal to NTIA on October the 2nd. California BEAD applicants will have to meet a 25% match requirement. The state was allocated $1.86 billion in the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program. From the Tar Heel State, $31 million in broadband grants announced by North Carolina Governor Josh Stein. Broadband projects in 14 counties will be funded by the state's Completing Access to Broadband, or CAB, program. A number of the projects will benefit communities in western North Carolina. Among the grant recipients, Zito Media for locations in Swain County, SkyBest Communications for a project in Avery County, French Broad Electric Membership Corporation for locations in Yancey County, and Comporium Communications for a project in Transylvania County. The North Carolina CAB program, a partnership between the state's counties and the North Carolina Department of Information Technology. West Virginia's Governor Patrick Morrisey last week announcing that the state has been granted a 90-day extension to submit its final proposal to the NTIA's BEAD program. A press release from the state indicated that officials will use the extra months to work with BEAD stakeholders and federal partners to finalize their proposal as quickly as possible. West Virginia also hopes this will assist in attracting investment from AI hubs, microgrids, and data centers. There's a pretty good competition underway between Apple and SpaceX for spectrum rights to expand satellite-based communication services. Apple is investing in technology to keep iPhone users connected in locations where traditional wireless signals are not available. The battle heated up recently when SpaceX and their partner T-Mobile negotiated for Apple's assistance in offering Starlink and T-Mobile satellite cell phone service on iPhones. In 2024, Apple invested more than $1 billion in satellite operator Globalstar. Meanwhile, Amazon's Project Kuiper plans to launch more than 24 LEO satellites this month and expects to begin offering broadband service later this year. The company's first-generation Kuiper system will eventually include more than 3,200 low Earth orbit satellites. Logistics for the 80-plus launches required to support that constellation have already been scheduled. And the low Earth orbit satellite broadband space race could soon grow even more competitive. Spin Launch has announced plans for a new LEO constellation of 250 microsatellites. The constellation will be known as Meridian Space. The 250 microsatellites capable of being sent into orbit on a single launch vehicle, which is a revolutionary rocket flinging centrifuge. Spin Launch received $12 million in funding from Kongsberg Defense and Aerospace to develop and commercialize those satellites. Planned launch date of the first on-orbit Meridian Space demonstrator expected in 2026. From the FCC, nominee to the commission Olivia Trusty is scheduled for her Senate Commerce Committee confirmation hearing on Wednesday, April the 9th. The FCC currently split 2-2. Also, FCC Commissioners Anna Gomez and Nathan Symington will both speak during the National Association of Broadcasters show this week. Commissioner Gomez will appear in a fireside chat with Joe Flint of the Wall Street Journal. Topic: significant regulatory issues facing broadcasters. Commissioner Symington will deliver a keynote on Next Gen TV, the 2025 NAB show taking place in Las Vegas. In other FCC news, the Commission accepting public comments on a proposal to allow broadcasters and emergency alert system participants to use software-based EAS technology, given concerns over sustainability of the legacy hardware EAS ecosystem. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.